Hey everybody, Thomas Joseph here with another kitchen conundrum for you. Today we're tackling the muffin. Today I'm going to show you a master muffin batter that you can use with just about any fruit or fruit and nut mix. So what I have here, raspberry, I have blueberry, I have strawberry, and I have a banana nut. Any fruit can be used here. You just need to know the ratios of fruit, and I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to start with the batter itself. Add a half a stick of unsalted butter at room temperature, 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar, and I'm going to cream this together until it's light and fluffy, but there is a lot of sugar to butter, so this isn't going to be super light and airy. While my butter and sugar is creaming together, I'm going to sift together my dry ingredients. So I have 1 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour in a medium-sized bowl, and to this add 1½ teaspoons of baking powder. Baking powder puffs, baking soda spreads. So we really are relying on this baking powder to give a nice dome to our muffins. And 3/4 teaspoon of coarse salt. So sift this together using a wire whisk. This lightens the flour and it also evenly distributes that leavener and the salt amongst all of the granules of the flour. So this looks just about right. I have 1 large egg and 1 large egg yolk. Add them one at a time to the butter and sugar mixture so that the egg blends in or emulsifies into the butter in an even fashion. And to this add our flavoring, which is 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And now the flour mixture and the milk. Now, whenever you're doing this, whether it's a cake, a cupcake, again, same process here. You wanna make sure that you start with your dry ingredients, add about half, and alternate it with the wet ingredients, which I'm using 2/3 of a cup of whole milk here. And then the rest of the flour mixture. And you just wanna mix this until it comes together just like that. So this is good to go. And now I'm ready to add the fruits. I think I'm gonna use blueberry today, but if you're using blueberry or raspberry, it's 1 1/3 cups of those berries that get folded into the batter here. Now, if you had something like strawberries on hand or peaches or plums, you would need 1 cup of chopped fruit. So you don't want to add too much of that because that's excess moisture. Whenever you cut fruit up, you're increasing the surface area, which is allowing moisture to get into your batter. Now, if you wanted to do banana nut, it's 1 cup of chopped bananas and 1/4 cup of toasted chopped nuts. You could use walnuts or I have pecans here. So I'm going to use blueberries. So that's 1 1/3 cups. So a gentle stir. So I have a standard muffin tin here and I have them lined with paper liners and evenly distribute the batter amongst the wells of the pan. So I like to use an ice cream scoop for this. I feel like it really helps me to portion out the muffins evenly so that you end up with uniform muffins. And so now for the finishing touch. Now this is a little unique, but it actually makes this wonderful, if you can see, this wonderful crunchy, sugary top to the muffin. It's a really great thing to do. It kind of embellishes the muffin. It gives it a little extra flavor. To this, I'm going to add about 1/8 teaspoon of mace. So I'm gonna eyeball it here into the sugar. Just mix it up with my fingertips. Now, mace is a really interesting spice. It's the outer webbing of the nutmeg. So this is whole nutmeg here. In the inside is nutmeg that you're probably familiar with that you use in your pumpkin pies, but the outer webbing here is mace. So it's the only spice that actually has 2 spices in one. There you go, some information for you there. And now what I like to do is just top each of these muffins with a little bit of this sugar and spice mixture. It adds a really wonderful crunch and also it looks really pretty too. These go into the 375-degree oven for 25 minutes. You want to rotate them halfway through. Make sure at 25 minutes that you use a toothpick. Check to make sure that there's no sticky or tacky batter attached to the toothpick. Otherwise, they need to go on for a little bit longer until they're cooked through. So into the oven. Take them out of the pan and let them cool completely on a wire rack. So there you have it. Throw out all of those muffin recipes that you have. You now have a basic muffin batter that you can use with the 4 fruits in front of me, or really the possibilities are endless. Enjoy.